Y'all remember that? Hulk got his cheeks clapped in Infinity War, and all we wanted was a redemption arc for our boy Hulkster. But nope, did not happen in Endgame. The one thing that we ask from Hulk, from any Avengers movie, the one thing we want to see Hulk do.
And Hulk. Smash.
Smash. He did not do in Endgame. In fact, he hasn't been smashing things in a while. He hasn't smashed Betty Ross. Marvel completely forgot about her. He hasn't smashed Natasha. She dead. And also, Marvel just seemed to poo-poo that little Beauty and the Beast type relationship they had going on. He hasn't even got his redemption for getting his ass beat by Thanos MMA style, some Sujitsu type style. They played our boy Hulk, alright? And this is the second video in a series I'm calling Notes on a Napkin, and I'm calling this one Avengers Endgame's Hulking Disappointment. Enjoy this one, guys. Oh, Hulk, Hulk, Hulk. What have they done to you? Now I get it. Before you jump in my comment section and say, well, do you even realize that it's from the comics? Please, just don't do that. So the Russos decided to give us Professor Hulk in Endgame. Does that mean I should love it just because it's from the comics? Absolutely not. That is ridiculous and one of the dumbest arguments I've heard. What bothers me most about the 5-year time jump is that they decided to ditch a story arc that involved the battle between Banner and Hulk, that inner struggle that they've been building since the very first Hulk movie, which apparently Marvel just wants to forget about. Yes, I'm talking about the Edward Norton Hulk. The whole theme of that movie was Banner doing anything he could to suppress the beast from coming out. Even though they recast Norton with Ruffalo, the first time we're even introduced to Mark's Hulk is when Natasha goes to recruit him because he's still trying to keep the Hulk subdued. I love this scene because even though Banner is trying to keep himself under control, he rages at Natasha and she's petrified of him.
No one's gonna put you in.
Stop lying to me! I'm sorry, that was mean. I just wanted to see what you do. Why don't we do this the easy way where you don't use that and the other guy doesn't make a mess, okay? Natasha.
The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde inner struggle aspect is what makes the Hulk such a compelling character for me, and they completely ruined that in Endgame by telling us, not showing us, that oh Banner was just able to make them work together and live in harmony. How freaking lame is that? And I thought Hulk was neutered in Infinity War. At least in Infinity War, the inner struggle was still there. I like the fact that it was Banner who was now trying to bring the Hulk out, and it was the Hulk that was saying, nah, not this time, buddy. You want to know why I enjoyed it, even though we didn't get a classic Hulk smashing scene in Infinity War? It's because I had faith that this arc that they were going to go with was going to pay off in Endgame. Boy, was I wrong. To say 5 years later and then boom, problem solved?
18 months in the gamma lab. I put the brains and the brawn together. And now look at me. Best of both worlds.
It's just bad storytelling, and it's not a good payoff for this character whose struggle we've followed since the beginning of the MCU. If you were hoping for a rematch after Thanos laid those hands on Hulk, then you're probably disappointed. I remember watching the scene when Hulk went to try and get the time stone from the Ancient One and thinking, man, when she split the Hulk from Bruce's body, that was the opening we needed for the real Hulk to come alive and undo this Professor Hulk abomination. Sadly, it did not happen. So why was I so disappointed in Professor Hulk in Endgame? He's not the Hulk we want. He's not the Hulk we like, and he's not the Hulk we deserved, especially after Infinity War. He's pretty much an oversized Mark Ruffalo, the gentle giant. They neutered him. They have him taking selfies with kids and cracking jokes.
Excuse me, Mr. Hulk?
Yes.
Can we get a photo?
100%, little person. Come on, step on up. You mind? Say green.
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 Gone are the days where we'll ever get a scene like this again.
I swear on my life, I will get you out of this. You will walk away and never ever. Your life!
It's Barton. He took out our systems. He's headed for the detention level. Does anybody copy?
This is Agent Romanoff. I copy.
The sheer terror in Natasha's eyes as Banner fails to control the Hulk is fantastic. Speaking of Natasha, her death in this movie should have sent the Hulk into world breaker mode.
I need you to help me out, okay?
But his reaction was underwhelming considering the Beauty and the Beast angle that they had built up. Now Professor Hulk did do something in this movie. He did end up wielding the gauntlet and snapping those which were lost back into existence, except Natasha, which I'm sure a lot of people will mention to me in the comments down below. I have a question though. Doesn't the Hulk have a healing factor similar to Wolverine? The Russos have come out and said that this injury is permanent. What? So we're getting a one-armed neuter Hulk for the rest of the MCU? What the hell is going on? I'm gonna mention a movie that I don't think a lot of you guys have actually seen or even heard of. Almost nobody speaks of it. But do you remember back in the day when DC was kicking Marvel's ass in the animation department? Hell, they still are. But there was a series of animated Marvel movies called Ultimate Avengers. The movie I'm referencing here is the third in that series called Next Avengers. In this movie, the kids of Thor, Captain America, Hawkeye, Hank and Janet Pym, they take over for the Avengers because there's only 3 of the OG Avengers left. Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk. And I feel like this is where Marvel is headed with Thor and Hulk specifically. I think they will continue to age them in the MCU and have them make brief appearances here and there in a mentor capacity. And if that's the future for our Hulk, man, that is sad. An old washed up Hulk with a broken arm that he can't seem to heal even though he has regenerative abilities. I don't understand why his injury is permanent. But anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you haven't seen my first video in this series called How Avengers Endgame Betrayed the MCU's Captain America, I'll go ahead and leave it in a card up above. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe if you guys want to see more. And don't forget to stick till after the credits for that infamous TC post-credit scene. Remember that image that was floating around a couple months ago of this hipster type looking Hulk?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!